Today, my mum and I are hopping onto the Emirates A380 to Dubai, and you know what time it is? Food review time. And if you want a full flight review, don't worry, that's coming very soon. So if you want to see that, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Meal service hasn't begun yet, but I was feeling a bit parched, so the air hostess kindly bought me out a drink and some crackers, and these beautiful little crackers. Crunch factor 10 out of 10.
Did you hear the crunch?
Indeed we did, mother. Indeed we did. And now I present to you dinner. And wow, Emirates does not hold back. Honestly, portion sizes generous to the point where I was like, am I on a flight or an all-you-can-eat buffet? Absolute feast mode. 10 out of 10. We were, however, a little disappointed that we weren't going to get a second snack. Only a cup of masala tea.
Amra, I'm very disappointed. You call this snack?
Indeed, that was a little disappointing. But first up in our meal were some Tex-Mex crunchy cheese nibbles, a fancy looking chocolate caramel dessert, potato salad, some crackers, a bun, a block of cheese, some butter and serviettes, a nice little chocolate.
Nice metal cutlery.
And finally, onto the mains. We decided to get both options, some chicken, pasta and creamed cabbage, and the second option of lamb biryani.
Looks alright, I don't know the taste. Meat is very juicy.
Indeed, the meat was extremely tender.
This is nice. I like the meat and the rice.
But the rice became just a tad bit stodgy as the sauce was just a little too creamy and a little too thick. But overall, a very good effort, Emirates. And now onto the chicken and mushroom pasta. I was very surprised. 10 out of 10 on the moistness scale. The mushrooms, very juicy and squidgy as they had soaked up all of the sauce like a sponge. And the pasta, not al dente, but decently cooked. But overall, it's very nice. Very nice.
The salad, I like the topping. I don't like the potatoes.
Indeed, the gremolata topping added a lot of freshness, which cut through the richness of the mayonnaise in the potato salad, but the potatoes were just a tad bit raw.
This is a dessert.
Velvety, oozy caramel on top of a light chocolate mousse.
This one I like it.
An absolute home run, 10 out of 10. I was bought out some extra snacks to enjoy whilst watching some diners, drive-ins and dives. And the tea even came with this neat little beverage pack. Very good presentation, 10 out of 10 for all of the presentation. And just as my mum was getting ready to wake up, we were conveniently presented with some warm cookies and cold ice cream. She was happy, however, with a nice warm cup of tea. Meanwhile, I was gorging on these crunchy on the outside, extremely gooey on the inside, warm cookies. Just look at the state of my hands. And can you beat the glorious combination of warm cookies and cold ice cream? Once again, a massive home run. Now, let's review the food from another Emirates flight that we took. On this flight, we were very happy to receive a snack. And again, we went for both options, so we could give you a good review.
Looks good. Let's see the taste.
First up was a margarita cheese pizza snack. The base was slightly crispy and not soggy at all.
Not bad.
The tomato sauce was tangy and sweet, and the bread wasn't too stodgy. And now, of course, onto the next option of a ham, a turkey ham and cheese, cheddar cheese, panini. The ham and cheese panini was extremely difficult to unwrap, but then we found out why. It was literally bursting with cheese, and the cheese had oozed out onto the box and glued itself to the box. The texture wasn't like a regular panini, it wasn't crispy at all, but the panini was packed with fillings. The taste? Well, it tasted very similar to a Subway sandwich, and I quite like the taste of Subway sandwiches. And finally, we come onto a breakfast review. Nice crunchy granola and very creamy yogurt, a crispy looking bowl of fruit salad, a selection of jam, crackers, butter, and cream cheese. Of course, as usual, the beautiful metal cutlery, a croissant, and now onto the main dish, of course. The fruit was nice, sweet, and crispy. Once again, a straight home run for that cheese pull, a 10 out of 10. And the taste?
Very nice and very soft.
And I was a big fan of the creamed spinach too. I'm glad it wasn't that weird pureed kind. The whole leaves were very delicious. Finally, onto the hash brown. It wasn't crispy at all, but let's see what my mother thought.
Number one.
Indeed, once again a home run, absolutely delicious. And just look at how flaky and how many layers were on this croissant.
Very crunchy and very tasty.
And of course, the cream cheese and the butter were branded. A very good job, Emirates. And like I said earlier, stay tuned for the full flight review. Peace!